What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Dances away to buy time. Got his man on the right. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. Alabama quickly back to the line.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second and regroup before running this next play.
The sweet feet buy a little time. He's got an open man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves over.
Alabama comes to the line on third and short. Direct snap. Here's an open space downfield. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and no nonsense. I like it when you get downhill. You know exactly where the sticks are. I'm not trying to get a 20 or 30-yard gain. I got to get that first down. 3rd and 2, I'm going to be physical. Nice job by that running back.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And that will fall incomplete as we have played one quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. The offense changing the play. Looking to pass. It's Myers. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On third down, he drops to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Wide open downfield. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They decide against trying the 52-yard field goal. Instead, the offense trying to convert a 4th and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown time. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Hey, what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Great place to start for this offense. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield, it's Meyer. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Got a wide open receiver. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Irish, back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
I think we got a little bit sloppy on that route. You need more separation if you're going to give your quarterback a better target trying to complete that infield.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Now improvising. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Myers. Here comes the Heat. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Throwing on the run. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Owens. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. looking for his man in the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out. And that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment.
There he goes. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Excellent path by the back on the option.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He picks it up. That's a live ball. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive. No.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down and run. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Meyer. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. What a move to get home for the sack. When the Irish get to the quarterback, sometimes you think Rudy, but this time you think a dude.
A dude. And listen, the more guys you get like this that can put his hand in the dirt and go get the quarterback, the easier it becomes to call defense. That guy is an absolute stud.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking to scramble. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll be brought down.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
The field goal is no good. After the missed field goal, still an 8-point game, and guys, more importantly, still a 1-possession game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Some misdirection with the counter. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. He's piled up 76 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Breaks into the open. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years. And the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
Wants to go up top on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Quarterback's got the first. Lots of running room. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
But the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USC is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 17 over New Mexico. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll try the run. Powers through the defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Myers. Fires it down the seam. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. On target. At the 35, he's got room. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on first down. Unloads it left. He's got it. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job. Nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking for a deep man. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Irish. Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Meyer. Dances away. Trying to find his man in the middle. Makes the catch down the right side. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that.
And he makes the catch inside the 15. He's brought down the one on a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. Touchdown, Bama! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he puts through the extra point. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Off the play fake on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Witherspoon. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. He's going for a big play downfield. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. boot to it to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Let's see what they've got on second down. He'll do it himself. Crosses to 40. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Turning it on! Boy, he's over 100 now at 102 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Past the first down marker and still running. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
From the gun, running back on the move. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there, and just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on second down. Floating away. Got enough space. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That's the kind of skill that makes guys stars. The improvisational skills, the blinding speed, the ability to make the big play and make defenses look silly.
Just straight silly. I mean, what do you want me to do? You put a guy that's that athletic, that fast at the quarterback spot, and now you're telling me to defend the run, defend the pass, defend the scrambles. I mean, goodness gracious, I don't know what you want a defense to do. There's no stopping that guy.
So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
To the air, it's Meyer. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver in the intended target. As a result, that ball's incomplete.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. Quarterback may change this route. Bully ball on third and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Back to pass, it's Meyer. Quarterback extends the play. Connection to the right. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first.
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. And back to the air on second down. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. The give on the inside. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
He'll pull it on the read. Heading to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. SMU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Doak Walker among the legends to wear that uniform. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Arizona State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes that Alabama offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Gets it past the marker. Oh, he's got some space. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the run deep down the right side. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. No, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Let's go. To the air. It's Myers. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the third quarter of play. But now, time for the fourth quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after three quarters. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Marches ahead. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
The give to the tailback. Little bit of running room as he picks up 4 and gets it out to the 5.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Follows a good block there, picks up 3s out to the 9.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. From midfield, looking for room. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, Dave.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you've got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Dropping back, it's Meyer. Swings it out to his running back. Runs through a tackle. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Let's talk about Alabama. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week one, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from this.
Then I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is, and we're going to find out how loyal these fans are really quickly in this season.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage, because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, looking to pass. They get to him as he throws. This time he's got his man. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Lost to throw again. Release to the back. He's got his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And the yards just continue to stack up for this dude. We've already talked about it. He made over 300, over 400. Now he's over 450 on the game. He has been on fire.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Back to throw, it's Myers. It's complete. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Slams ahead. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He might want another play. Second down, he'll throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Back's looking for the goal line. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead.
And they're stopping. I don't think this is decision time. You need a touchdown. You've got to put that on the board. So this offense now, they know it's fourth down. It's a big play. What's your favorite play to go to right now?
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on fourth and goal. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
We're at a juncture of the game now here in the fourth quarter. One possession game. Every critical down and distance is going to matter. And on that fourth down, the defense gets the win. Great job in the back end and coverage, forcing the incompletion and a turnover on downs.
Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help The give and tick, 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 tick. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Third and long, and this crowd trying to help the defense get off the field. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Irish send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Oh, this is a bad, bad shank. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for a man, it's Meyer. Quarterback now breaking the field. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. He wants to change this route. Back to pass on second down. They're working that left side. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Finds his big tight end. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A third down stop. Now to see what they do on fourth down.
Well, if you're trying to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great timing. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only one possession on fourth down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down and more. Gets away from one, finds room. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
From the gun, they'll try the middle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He'll keep it himself. Inside the 35. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Irish! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game. And, guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not liken it to the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams? All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Myers. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Quickly out to the tight end. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. And as he throws, the pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He's taking a deep shot. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.